God damn, which one I choose? I think the right one. Discúlpame. Hola. Disculpa. Eres muy hermosa.
Gracias.
¿De dónde eres?
Colombiana.
Ah, ¿de aquí? Ah, ¿cuántos años tienes?
24.
Ah, ¿cuál es tu nombre?
Manuela.
Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto.
Simeón. ¿Tienes Instagram?
Sí. ¿Tú de dónde eres?
Soy brasileño, pero crecí en Alemania y ahora vivo acá. Muchas gracias.
Vale,
Hasta luego. Nos vemos.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Viajero. Today's video is about dating and Colombia, the perspectives from the Western side and the Colombiana or Colombiano side. Let's get right into it.
So if you go to Medellin, Colombia, you will walk down the streets and you will see girls on a scale of 1 to 10 physically. You will see 9s and 10s working at a taco shop or doing janitorial work on the side of the street with a very minimalist life. Very
Taco shop, I think that's bandeja paisa, but okay.
happy. Smile on their face, probably live at home with their parents, don't even have a car, don't have anything materialistic. Very approachable, very friendly, just very grateful to be alive and easy to date as a guy. On the flip side, here in the States, there will be girls that on a scale 1 to 10, on the bottom half of that scale, that are challenging to date, very, very pretentious, non-approachable. Guys will approach them like, oh, like you're creeping me out. Very, very challenging to date. And for that reason, I'm like, guys, like this is not normal here in the US. When I go travel to all these countries, everywhere else in the world, women are like a lot more approachable, a lot more easy to get along with, they're less pretentious.
So I do want to say I agree with him because I've traveled a bit. I was living in Southeast Asia for a year and then it was half a year, came back to Canada, then went back out there again for a year. I was working remotely and I got a chance to see what it was like in other countries. And to be honest with you, when people say women are the same everywhere, it's not true at all. Women are not the same everywhere. This culture breeds different people, right? Men and women. So when you grow up in a certain culture, right? Like in the West, Canada, America, we're quite similar. There's a different mentality, right? When you do approach a woman, they're more hesitant. They're a bit more standoffish, depending on what part that you're from, right? But it's pretty much across the board. But in other countries, even though the women are very attractive, very beautiful physically, they're a bit more humble, so to speak. So I do agree with that.
So today's question is, you live here or you live?
I live in Medellin.
In Medellin? Okay. And how is dating in Medellin?
It's fantastic.
Fantastic?
Yes.
Really? Why?
It's Medellin. It's party all day, all night.
Yeah.
It's good.
Me encanta el acento paisa. Son muy hermosas y es el acento más lindo, creo, de todos los países latinos.
It's good?
The people is very good.
The people is very good, but let me ask you, what about in terms of dating, Because I know the nightlife is good, but many people say the nightlife doesn't equal to the, let's say if you want to meet somebody for real, Like if you want to have a husband, como un esposo. ¿Es fácil encontrar un esposo? Is it easy to find a husband in Medellin? Or?
No, it's very difficult.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I don't know. Como digo, pues porque... Como digo, ay, es que no sé, pues porque no son tan interesantes. Como digo,
They're not very interesting. The people are not very interested in Medellin?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
To be honest, I've heard a lot of women, when I've traveled, they'll say, you know what, I prefer foreigners because they have different experiences, different mentalities. And you as a foreigner, you're going there for the same thing. You're looking for a different mentality, a different way of thinking. Also, physically, obviously, they may look different as well, too, from women where you're, from, like your country of origin. So it goes both ways, I guess.
It's best in, ¿cómo se dice? Extranjeros.
Okay.
Today we are going to see what Colombian girls think of gringos. ¿Te parecen guapos los gringos?
Sí, mucho.
Sí. ¿Te gustan los gringos?
Sí.
Sí, ¿te gustan mucho o poquito? Del 1 al 10. ¿Qué prefieres, un gringo o un colombiano?
Yo creo que un gringo.
To be honest, when it comes to gringo, right? Gringo, they're usually referring to the typical American look to what, what people outside of America and the West think of what an American is. Blonde hair, blue-eyed, man or woman. Even though in Colombia it's very diverse, right? They have all kinds of people. Like those women that we just saw, they're mestizas, but you have, you have white Colombians, you have black Colombians, everything in between. That's the cool thing about Latin America. It's como un sancocho, right? You have all these different ingredients, so people look so different. Look at Brazil, for example. You have it's like the United Nations, man. You have people that look like anything and everything, right? Which is amazing. So, and now we're gonna get the perspective of the gringo, right? The gringo, right? The stereotypical gringo. Let's get right to it.
Is Medellin good for dating? This is another very common question that I get, and it depends. It depends what you're looking for. Obviously, a lot of people come out here and they understand that the genetics out here are they're a little different. So a lot of people get excited about that. They want to come out. They want to meet people. They want to go out.
By that, I think he's referring to just kind of like what I said. It's a very mixed society, so you have people that look so different, right? Compared to other parts of the world that are more homogenous, like Asia, for example. People look one way, but Latin America, you'll get people that look like everything. I've even met Japanese looking women because, there's a huge immigration of Japanese people to Brazil. So there was, I've seen so many types of people. It's really amazing, to be honest.
If you're looking to casually date, it's a great place. Obviously, there's some dangers that you have to watch out for. You have to vet the people that you're seeing before you get careless or reckless or start taking them into places where you have where they have access to your things, to your computers, anything like that.
What he's referring to is like the scopolamine attacks where women, guys, a lot of guys, mostly men, they'll meet women through Tinder, through any sort of dating app like Bumble, maybe, possibly, I'm not sure if they have it out there, but Tinder specifically. They meet them on there, and it's not typical, they say, for, Colombians to date through Tinder. It's mostly through, social gatherings, through friends. So women of the night, they'll try to they're connected to these kind of gangs. They'll drug you, they'll rob you. There's a really popular case of an Asian American, originally from Laos, I think, and he was there. He's a bit older, I think he's like in his 40s. He met this beautiful, young, attractive Paisa girl, and then she went out with him and stuff. They were talking for quite a bit of time. She played the long game, I think, and then she ended up having him, his life ended, right, in a very brutal way. So it's really sad, but those things do happen.
But as far as serious dating, it might be one of the worst places in the entire world. It's very hard to find somebody that's worth taking seriously out here. That's for many reasons. And honestly, a big portion of why Medellin is turning into what it is now is because there's so many foreigners here, and there's so many people that are here for 1 week. So, of course, if you're here for 1 week, you're going to go spoil somebody. You're going to go take them to the nicest places. You're on vacation, so
He's not wrong at all, especially when you are going to these countries. My experience would be Thailand. If someone were to tell them, hey, you know what, I'm staying here for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they're not going to take you seriously. And the ones that say they'll do are the ones that see, foreigners come through that door, that revolving door nonstop. So that guy will come there with all this money saved, and he'll blow it in a week or 2 weeks, even a month, and then he'll go back home, try to recoup and make money again. So those types of women obviously are not going to be the types of women that you want for a long-term relationship. And I don't blame the good women, so to speak, the good women who want somebody who's going to be there. Obviously, if you're going to be in a relationship, a lot of women do not want the long-distance thing. And if they say they do, they just want what they could benefit from you, right? It's not exactly the love that they're looking for. But I'd say touristy places like Medellin may not be the best place. Other parts of Antioquia, like Antioquia, Manizales and other places like that, may be better. Like more smaller towns, if you're looking for someone who's more traditional, more than someone who's from a big city like Medellin, right? So
basically just tagging them along with all these plans that you would have on vacation. But normal day-to-day life, you wouldn't be doing those types of things. You would have a pretty normal lifestyle. So if you're living out here long term and looking to date somebody seriously, there's kind of a weird expectation, because why hang out with somebody that's not going to take me to the best restaurants every single day and out to different cities and travel and this and that and get all these different things when they can just find that every single week, because there's new people coming here every single week willing to open their their wallet and spend a ton of money on somebody because they're on vacation. So overall, I know that's a long-winded answer. Overall, it's good and bad. It really depends on what you're looking for out here, you guys.
¿A dónde te gustaría ir o qué hacer para una cita perfecta aquí en Medellín?
Ay, en Medellín lo más rico es la comida. Y a mí me gusta mucho comer. Entonces, yo no sé, pues que me lleguen a comer a un lugar rico y después, no sé, vemos qué hacer.
I've always wanted to try bandeja paisa. It's like the most iconic dish in Colombia. And I haven't had it yet, but I do want to try it one day.
Aquí en Medellín, yo creo que una muy buena cita es tú ir a pueblear toda una tarde. Entonces ir a pueblitos y como ir a pasar la tarde, comer en un restaurante de alguno de los pueblos.
Now, she looks like a nice, a nice girl, right? And a lot of these guys that come there from the West, right? They're looking for the ones that look like P-stars, right? If you guys catch my drift. The ones that are super operated on and they have like, crazy proportions. That's what they're looking for. But a woman like this who's she just looks like a normal average girl, right? A good person. I mean, obviously I'm just making assumptions here, but I'm just saying that the average American going there around my age, right? If you're like in your 20s and 30s, right? Most guys are looking for the wow, like the model type, okay? And that's why they fall into those situations where they end up getting drugged with scopolamine and that kind of thing.
Cerca de aquí de Medellín, sí, como andar en carretera, escuchando música, eso me gusta.
Suena muy chévere.
Es ir a un lugar bonito o algo así, ir a comer y después ir a tomar algo.
¿Sí?
Y para mí ir a un restaurante muy bonito.
Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. What do you guys think? Different perspectives from the women. Some of them like gringos, others maybe don't. But again, you got the perspective from people who are actually there right now. I've never been yet. I've had a lot of Colombian friends. That's how I learned Spanish. I got a huge influence from los paisas y los bayunos. Siempre, so that's why hablo con el voceo. I say like vos sos en vez de tú eres. I say vos querés, vos tenés, vos hablas. Instead of saying tú quieres, So I have that influence from a lot of my Colombian friends. But yeah, I do want to make that trip one day. Hopefully I will. Anyways, guys, if you like it, I will make a lot of content about travel. It doesn't matter what part of the world, but it will have to do with travel. Possibly personal finance, different perspectives, experiences. If you guys like that content, please do subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.